intended to be mean. I have a purpose. You don't. And if you think that's some sort of blessing, it's not. It puts me at a huge life disadvantage. It means I have an obligation to see a very specific thing through. And with that obligation comes sacrifice, okay?
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
tremendous respect for your money, and I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling you, this game, it fills stadiums overseas. And it's only a matter of time before it fills stadiums in the United States, too, before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Edit the message here, SPX idea. This is what I'm looking for. Holy God. A lot of fear in markets right now. Let's look at US treasuries right now. Holy God. Thank God I didn't look at it anymore. I was looking at to see potentially a buy around these zones, but we just broke through even in the last hour. It's insane. We gotta fill this gap here. See that gap? It's gotta get filled. I don't even trade US 30 that often here. I would tell you potentially there's a short come in, like right at this zone most likely. The downside here. I'm looking for a pullback to sell SPX, sell NOS, sell all these pairs here. Since we had such a dramatic shift here, especially this zone here. This was supposed to happen later. I was expecting price to come here first and up. Obviously, it's not happening yet, so. That's what I'm looking for here. Gold's about to run. Oil, wow. Running. That's where all the fear is going to. Gold looks like a sell today. I'm selling gold. Honestly, I'm gonna have a really tight stop on. I'm gonna sell gold, guys. Just in this zone here. Get out comfortably. You can wait for the right time. Take the trade, not take it. Yeah, I'm selling gold. USD CAD is still a sell. An even larger sell now. Holy shit. Let's go daily here. Wow, there's some economic turmoil going on today. Most likely where I'm seeing USD CAD go next here. Let's look at Sniper. Yeah, above the VWAP probably here. Intraday, That's hard to get. USD CAD here. USD CAD, sell idea. Execute when you would like. Gold, you could execute when you would like. It's going back up, which is great. We're looking for the sell-offs here for gold. Only invalidation area would be this. Gold is a sell here. Oil absolutely fucking skyrocketed. This is not good for the U.S. economy at all. That's why markets are dumping today. I had this fear yesterday. Let's look at BTC here, guys. I'm so glad I got out of my short here. Now it's time to look at what we have going on over here. Price will reverse there. Let's see what happens here. There's a lot of flow right here. If it breaks this though, it's gonna go higher. We're buying back treasury bonds. It's basically printing money. The US is buying back treasury bonds. I'm gonna explain this to you guys so you guys have an idea here, but basically the US economy right now is, the last time we bought back our own treasury bonds was back in the 1950s. The US right now is causing is causing inflation. The last time we bought back these treasury bonds was back in 2000 and the 1950s, and it created hyperinflation that led to over a 20% increase in the 1950s here. So I'm going to show you guys a video here so you can understand this in a very simple way, a simple term, so that way you guys will be able to understand it, okay? So
making Bitcoin a permanent asset of the United States Treasury, which has turned out incredibly well. I also created the United States digital asset stockpile to hold custody of all other digital assets, and that's exactly what it's done. It's been amazing. 1 year ago this summer, I signed landmark legislation known as the Genius Act. I named it after myself. I didn't want to use my name, so I just called it the Genius Act.
The Genius Act. Yo, he is hilarious.
And then trying to manage markets from the Treasury's perspective is one of the levers that they have is just choosing where they're going to issue debt. And they've been issuing a lot of Treasury bills instead of increasing other parts of the yield curve, even though there's a lot more maturities coming up. So during the Biden stimulus, 5 years ago, a lot of the debt that was issued then at that point to fund it is now coming due. So they've had to increase T-bill issuance. Now they had the opportunity actually to reduce issuance in the long end. So, and we had actually thought maybe there was like a 15 or 20% chance that they might do that in this past February because they had the opportunity to. You had somewhat better deficits. Right. You had you didn't need quite as much funding as we thought, the prior 6 months, but they chose not to do that. So instead, they're buying back debt instead of just issuing a little bit less. One of the challenges is that with that, being regular and predictable.
Yeah, basically we're buying back our own treasuries right now. The last time we did that was in 2000 and was in the 1950s. I thought it was 2001, but I did some research. It was the 1950s, back in the Great Depression era. And us buying back treasury bonds is causing this way of kind of hyperinflation. It's not us printing money, but we're basically printing money again. Just to save our asses here. So it could lead to a potential pullback or pull to the upside. That's why assets are running to the upside to save for safety. But overall, it's going to cause an impending doom long term. So what does that mean? That means like long term, guys, like certain assets are running, like Amazon, that would be inflationary. But the reason they're like assets like SPX and some of these other ones have gone down a bit is because there's a lot of fear from doing that. The last time we did that, guys, it created, a huge economic recession and a lot of inflation. So S&P or SPX is a reflection of the U.S. economy. And that doesn't look good on the U.S. economy. It's another reason why the dollar's gone down. The dollar's been going down because of us buying back our own treasury bonds. The value of the Dixie has gone down. So people flood into this. My theory here is with gold is going to have this parabolic run. And I'm looking for shorts here. I haven't completely shorted yet. I'm looking for to potentially short in the next 15 minutes here. I think gold will shoot back down at least up to this zone. And then we're going to look for big runs. Like I'm looking at gold to potentially, do numbers that we haven't seen since I would say probably, earlier this year. So I'm looking for gold to do numbers that we haven't seen since last year or beginning of January. I want to look for a temporary short potential extension here to this outside zone. And then a run up, okay? I think gold, because of all this fear, us buying back treasuries, we're going to run for safety here, right? When we run for safety, it's going to be gold. So that's just my theory here. That's my thought process. Okay, I'm shorting gold right now. I just shorted some gold. So appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys had a good session here. It's kind of the only trades here that I saw. SPX, gold. I'm not really trading USD CAD. It's gonna buy up and then come here. I'm not trading GU. GU's selling off today. But other than that, appreciate you guys. And I will talk to y'all soon. Oh, SPX also as well. Peace.